comes in, they're all set, and away they go. Donna Mo began well down the center in the mint green colors, within behind them Donna Mo, then came behind that on the outside Arctic Vixen, Darling Harbours behind that. They followed in behind those, then by Hartenbos is slipping through at the rail in the blue colors there, and about 3 lengths off the leader. Then came Volaria Mambo, and City Lights is racing at the back end of the field. As they go into the turn now, they're just past the 1400 meter mark, and in front now is Hartenbos. Has found the lead there from in second Donna Mo. Racing in third is Darling Harbour down at the rail, then Arctic Vixen in the yellow colours in fourth, about 3 or 4 lengths off the leader. Then came City Lights and Valaria Mambos at the back end of the field as they race down towards the 1000, and Hartenbos leads the way there by a length from in second Donna Mo. Darling Harbour's at the fence there in the orange and blue colours, followed by Arctic Vixen. City Lights is second to last, and Valaria Mambo is the trailer. In front is Hartenbos, is going to bring them into the home straight with 800 metres to go from Donna Mo racing on the outside in second. Then came Darling Harbour in third, followed further back by Arctic Vixen, got 4 to make up. City Lights is further back in the field, and then came Valaria Mambo past the 600. Now Donna Mo has strode forward and taken over the lead on the outside with Darling Harbour travelling with it. City Lights is up the far side. Then came Valaria Mambo in the red, and Arctic Vixen is towards the outside. As they come now down to the last 300 metres, it's Donna Mo from Darling Harbour. Valaria Mambo towards the outside is Arctic Vixen as they come to the last 200 metres, and Donna Mo still in front. Got 2 lengths to spare over Valaria Mambo in second. Then came Darling Harbour and Arctic Vixen, but Donna Mo's got it. It's 3 lengths in front of Valaria Mambo, and Donna Mo won it. Second to Valaria Mambo, third to Darling Harbour, and then came Arctic Vixen. So Donna Mo picked it up early in the home straight. It's in the middle of your picture in the green colours, with on the outside in the red Valaria Mambo. Darling Harbour was also right in there as they came down the home straight, but Donna Mo kept on finding and went on strongly to win. 1-7-3-2 is how they crossed the line in race number 5.
Okay, so it's talking to this man on my right for the third time in 2 meetings here at Turffontein. He had a couple on Thursday for the De Kock stable. He had 1, and of course he had 1 up for the Crawford's stable. And this afternoon he's teamed up with Brett, and it's in the colours of Mrs. Gwendolyn McGregor, and it's a maiden win back up in trip. Obviously the last 2 on the high field have been decent runs. The 1200 would have been a shop now, I take it. I'm not a trainer, but this is up to that 1800, and it seems to do the trick.
Yeah, she's always been begging for the trip. Those races over sprints were basically like gallops for her. And I mean, there's nothing better than getting a gallop where you're getting paid for it instead of doing gallops at home. And we just brought her on with racing. I mean, coming today, she was ready for this race with a nice small field. I mean, I was hoping to go to the front, but when I saw the other horse going to lead, I gave Mouse a little bit of a breather. Coming up to the straight, she gave me a very strong kick, and she won a very impressive race. Just shows that she's got a little bit of scope in her.
A little scope over further or around this sort of 1800, 2000 type distance?
Yeah, well, I would say around those trips of 18, 2000 meters, probably even a mile, because she's such a gutsy filly and she knows how to put in a fight. So along those distances, but definitely she's a staying type.
Right, 2 things. I thought number 46 would have come after race number 1, played up a bit at the gates, and then what happened? What were the tactics? Were you still sticking to the script?
Yes, well, they said to me he's a very quick horse out the gates, and when I watched his replay last time, I could see he's got a lot of toe early on, but the main thing was to just save him and not to allow him to do too much early on. He was travelling nicely on the bit. I mean, I thought I had him comfortable, but coming into the fighting line, he never really kicked on that much. He gave me a small kick and he was more staying on. And that last 100 meters, he was more like staying on. And also with the lagging in, it was also a little bit of a hustle to get him to keep him balanced. But luckily, I got him to change legs just before the 400, and that's when he gave me a kick. But he just looked to lie down a little bit at the last 100 meters. But I mean, I'll never write him off. He gave me a very nice feel. He's certainly a good horse.
Right. What about a horse you've ridden twice? It's had 2 outings, both seconds and flying at the finish, last time at the Val. Out of your ground, but you still flew up today. What are going to be the tactics?
Well,
Marauding Horde we're talking about.
Yes, I definitely know what you're talking about. He's actually a nice horse, and I'm sure with those 2 runs he's come on a lot, and he's stepped up in trip also from a 14 to a mile, and today's a 18. I think he'll appreciate it more, long straight. I just need to be careful that he doesn't drop the bit on me. I'll keep him interested in a race, and I'll just ride him where he's comfortable and just take it from there. If he's good enough, he'll definitely win today.
$1 million question. Did you leave home saying this was my best for the day, Marauding Horde?
Yes, definitely. That was my best on the day, following with Donna Mo and Giant later.
Okay, I wish you all the best. It was a great pleasure talking to you, and bring cap number 47 after is it next race or 2 races time?
Well, next race, big thanks to James and his team. Someone said it's a substandard meeting with substandard jockeys. For us to produce with the favourites, it shows us we're doing something right.
Okay, wish you well, and go and get some rest and recharge, rehydrate, and come back and talk to us.
Thank you very much, and once again to my sponsors and Uniform, big thanks to them.
Thank you so much. Mr. Crawford. Good to talk to you again. It seems to be becoming a habit, and I think a wonderful habit.
Yeah, a wonderful habit to have, to be in the winner's box so often. So, very grateful.
Now, this win gives you scope and obviously encouragement for the future. Cabs seems to think that there's a future here.
Yeah, there's definitely a future here with this filly. There's not many good horses that once you start going 18 plus, that can really stay and see the trip out and still quicken. So it does look like she's got a progressive future. Obviously, we'll take it step by step. She just broke her maiden today, so we'll see what she's capable of as she heads through the handicaps.
Right, one we can ask about, and I did read the comments kindly, thanks to you and thanks to the ownership. Whilst not the optimum trip, Turpitz is in a good place. What sort of performance are you expecting?
He's doing very well at home. Obviously, I think he is better over the 1450, but this mile today, the race does look like it's going to be quite well suited to him. There is quite a lot of speed in the race, and you can just settle where he's happy and pick up his legs when he's ready to go.
All right, let's see. $1 million question. Can you give Bobesco a run for its money?
110% we can.
I love your confidence. My man. Right, Orlando is the man who... sorry, I beg your pardon.
A big well done to Stonehill, obviously to Gwendolyn McGregor, and to our sponsors, Hollywood Bets. Well done.
How rude of me. I'm just excited about your confidence. Sorry about that.
Oh, thank you.
And Orlando, Santos is his name. He's the man who looks after the latest winner from the Crawford stable. Goes by the name of Donna Mo, and maybe you have a lot of fun.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
And maybe talk to you later.
Yeah, maybe speak to you later.
That is a very confident and a very likable Mr. James Crawford. And the Turpitz, you've heard it from the man himself. We read your comments earlier on. He has just endorsed them, and we certainly look forward to a great contest. That'll be race number 7.